Hi everyone, I'm Andrew, and in this video we're going to be checking out an event called Doors Open Pittsburgh. What it basically is a bunch of buildings that are open to the public that are historic and have interesting design features, and so I got my map, and so we're going to check it out. This is the first pastor who would travel from church to church on a horse.
Okay, man, he's delaying a little bit, but it's going to be very soon.
Here's Abraham Lincoln when he came to Pittsburgh. Here's the golf tower on the left, and the Koppers Building is on the right up here. We go in the Koppers Building. I don't think the golf building's open, but the story is that the Copper and Golf Building were both built around the same time. They're both kind of like really landmark skyscrapers of Pittsburgh back in the 30s and 40s and whatnot. And so the Koppers Building was built at some point, I think it was in the 20s or 30s. And then just a handful of years later, they built the Golf Building right next to it. It's just a handful of stories taller. It's almost like an in-your-face, right across the street, two buildings of near equal height. It's really amazing in here, especially these elevators. Really old. They said at the entrance these mailboxes are actually shaped like the building itself. This is the old train station building, Union Station. It has a really cool, like carriage roundabout that they used to use at the front. So Amtrak does still operate a little passenger service in the back, but the main station building is used for apartments now. Hey, they spelled Pittsburgh wrong, the idiots that designed this thing.
Wood is original, but all the...
It's simpler just to build it under than tear down some buildings and stuff at the time.
So the archives show us a bit about the history of the neighborhood and how things have changed around here. And also,
This is the Union Trust building, which inside it's really gorgeous. They have this huge foyer up to this big stained glass window in the roof, but it's closed today, so we won't be able to see that. So what the docent downstairs was saying is that Grant Street used to be a little bit higher, about 1 story higher than this building, the Frick building, and so at some point they lowered the height of Grant Street, took out a lot of the fill in the dirt, so the street got a lot lower, and so these lines actually show the original street height of Grant Street, and so when they lowered the street, they almost had to really modify the entrance to make it 1 level lower. And so that way, when you look at this, This is what you'd originally see when you come in, but now there's a whole nother floor below.
There's so many.
It's a very large room within the floor of 420. Yeah. Just somewhere that's dry.
What's the Twitter account?
And Twitter account is just Pittsburgh City Archives.
For this book here,
It was just in their vault. So for whatever reason, maybe they did an inventory and like, oh, we have this. It popped up on the screen. Just so happens our archivist got hired that year and saw it. So kind of the perfect storm. Everything came together.
figures two of them are open.
This is the Grant Building, another earlier Pittsburgh skyscraper. It's probably best known for the beacon on the roof. Can't see it now, but it flashes Pittsburgh in Morse code at night in the green light. The Union Trust Building, the Koppers Building, and the very top of the Golf Building. See the very top of the beacon up there.
She'll show you the treasures inside. Look up for the silver dollars. If you have tickets for this building and would like to go in, you can join Sydney on their tour.
These are the original lines. There's reproductions outside. One thing I've seen pointed out in a documentary I watched about downtown Pittsburgh is that all the bricks as you go up the side of the building are completely randomized. There's no repeating, it's just completely random as the black bricks that stick out as you go up the building.
And floor 2, there's an architect firm. They'll give you another tour, and they have a vault inside of their office.
Don't look down.
You think somebody just was saved from a wedding?
Sounds great.
I think maybe like that's just the bell tower. So that's about it for Doors Open Pittsburgh. Overall, it's a great event. Got to see a lot of history and old buildings. a little sweaty from running up that staircase. That's all well and good. So, till next time.